What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the OG family. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel only if you want to. But look, my beautiful people, we on our way to 500,000, man. I appreciate all the newbies to the channel, all the OGs that's out there. But look, man, we got this court scenes so bizarre. You wouldn't believe they actually happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, have you ever been into a courtroom? Me, I've been into a courtroom, but nothing like far as like trial or anything like that. I wasn't in trouble though, you know what I'm saying? I be staying out the way, bro. I ain't got time for the bullshit. But yeah, let's get into this video. Let's get this video right here to like 5,000 likes and let's hop straight into it.
It's where people's entire futures are sometimes at stake. And when you enter one, you have to be on your best behavior. But the world has its fair share of odd people who can't act normal, even in the strict confines of a courtroom. Let's get to it to find out the top 10 court scenes so bizarre you won't believe they actually happened. Number 10. Mr. Wilkins. In 2008, Mr. Wilkins was in court for a felonious assault charge. He decided he wanted to represent himself in court, even when encouraged by the judge to get a lawyer. A few years earlier, he represented himself and was miraculously acquitted, despite having only an 8th grade education. So presumably, he thought the same thing would happen, but it didn't.
I don't mean you slow though, just well. You might be lacking in some areas. I don't mean that you're a complete idiot since, you know, you only got an 8th grade education. But
he was in the middle of questioning a police officer as part of his defense and knew he couldn't get away with it this time. So he tried to act his way out of it. He collapsed to the floor, faking a heart attack.
Your Honor, excuse me for a second. I need some time.
Oh, that's cringy.
But this Academy Award-winning performance definitely didn't bode well with the judge. She had multiple police officers and medics check out Mr. Wilkins, and they all concluded he was completely faking it.
Yo, hey, son's still sitting there. Oh, that's so cringy, yo. Hey, y'all, get your boy, man. Get your boy, yo. Hey, bro, you gone, cuz.
After waking him up, she had some choice words from Mr. Wilkins.
You've been checked out by trained deputies who are medics. You've been checked out by a registered nurse as well as an emergency medical technician, all of whom indicate that there is nothing physically wrong with you, nor any reason why you couldn't continue here, sir.
That's so cringy.
Judge Hoffman ended his antics with a 42-year sentence. Maybe he'll use that time in jail to brush up on his acting skills.
What? I see why he fell out. He knew he was going to get them years.
Most of the time in court, you want to prove that you're innocent, especially
I would fell out in that motherfucker too, boy. I heard him. What? How many years? Oh, no. I got to do that by myself? Oh, no.
For a murder charge. Let's just say Juan Rodriguez clearly isn't the brightest crayon in the box.
I put it like this, bro. You get 40 years, bro. You might as well go ahead and get you a boyfriend and settle down in that junk.
The murder charges for stabbing a nurse's assistant. He threatened someone's life in the courtroom. The judge.
Listen to me. You don't let me out of here, I'm gonna kill you. I'm a Jew. I'm gonna take your life if you don't let me out of here. Okay?
Okay.
Now let's eat breakfast. Now it's cooking.
He demanded to be released from jail for Rosh Hashanah because of his Jewish background. However, instead of being polite, he hurled insults at the judge, threatening to kill her. Needless to say, she definitely did not side with him and ruled that he be held without bond for a first-degree attempted murder charge. Number 8.
Damn.
2 women fall to the floor. Having a life sentence read out is definitely up there as one of the worst moments in someone's life. But for Erica Mae Butts and Shanita Latrice Cunningham, both convicted of killing a 3-year-old baby, their reaction was among the most bizarre.
Are these the same 2 girls, man, that was in like 5 videos ago? Something like that. We did something, I think they might be different. The last girls, they killed a little boy for stealing some cake. Now they just killed a little girl for what? But there ain't even no reason why they should be killing these kids. That's crazy though. And they be surprised when you get a life sentence. Eat them years. That little baby ain't had no chance, neither should you.
Butt's mother also had to be physically thrown out of the room because of her screaming. Who knew those courtroom chairs could come in so handy? They're currently serving a life sentence. Justice was served.
I mean...
Number 7. Franklin Williams won't shut up. Franklin Williams, accused of 3 armed robberies, definitely loves to talk. The judge, in the first 20 seconds of his trial, urges him not
Hey, bro, did they just tell your bro mouth like that, though? We all seen that, right?
to speak and to let his lawyer speak for him. In fact, he decides to interrupt the judge so much to plead his case that the judge has no other options than to yell, "Zip it," to Mr. Williams.
He didn't
But
say zip
still
it, he
doesn't
said
get
shut
the point across.
I just met this attorney the other day.
That's fine. So
And
here, yeah. So okay, I
They came and took my cell phones yesterday, and they came and took all my property out my cell today.
Mr. Williams, I'm the judge in the matter. Shut your mouth, and I'll tell you when you could talk. You got it? So at this point, I'm going to hear from your lawyers, and that means zip it.
So in one of the most bizarre cases ever, the judge makes good on his threat by taping his mouth shut.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so embarrassing.
He definitely now understands what it means to have the right to remain silent, earning himself 24 years in prison. Number 6.
Hey, bro, and you ain't helped your case. Because, look, man, look. They can say what they want, bro. When you in there, you can say some shit that's going to get you more years. Bro, the judge, yeah, they got a certain amount of years they can give you for whatever crime you committed. But if you keep doing shit to antagonizing them and they just see what type of person you are and you don't regret none of the stuff you did, bro, you'll get the maximum.
Grabbing a gun. Remaining calm during sentencing is one of the most important aspects of being in court. In this case, Michael Fisher is calmly waiting for his sentencing to be given out. The judge reads that he has been found guilty of first-degree murder in the killings of his wife and son. The sentence he received is life in prison without parole. In that moment, he decides to take matters into his own hands. He punches Deputy Scott Eby and tries to remove an officer's handgun in hopes of escaping.
Oh, bro, you know damn well.
While grabbing an officer's handgun may have seemed like a good idea in the moment,
But you gonna get
he
shot.
soon realized it wasn't, and he should have just sat there like everyone else as he's tasered by officers. Michael's last words to the judge were, "I'm going to come back and get every last one that did something to me." Good luck, Michael. You'll never get
after you die.
Number 5. Thumbs up. You're going to jail. Isabel Martinez isn't exactly your run-of-the-mill upstanding citizen. She's charged with 6 counts of aggravated assault and 5 counts of murder for killing her husband and 4 kids by stabbing. Only one of her offspring survived.
What?
The reaction of the woman on the left to her charges says it all.
10 counts of murder, which of course also is a felony. You have no bond on the murder charges.
You see her smiling? She's a damn savage. She done lost her motherfucking mind, y'all. That's crazy. We see this in men a lot. They turn into, you know what I'm saying? They turn crazy when you start rocking this piece right here out, your hair fall out, and they just got that in the side pieces. You know they just extremely nuts at this point. They don't give a damn about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And she losing her shit right here, so you know she done lost it right here. That's a woman. I think it's even worse for y'all.
Only a superior court judge can even
She
consider
smiling?
bond on that. You are entitled to have a hearing to consider you for bond within 30 days.
The judge asks her if she has any job, which she replies no. And then when he urges her to get an attorney, she completely refuses. The strangest part is that this woman seems super happy about the killings and even more excited that she has a life sentence.
Wow.
She gets on the ground, bowing out of nowhere, confusing the entire court. It seems she loves having the attention and the cameras on her, smiling proudly and touching her outfit as if she's famous. She gives her sentence a big 2 thumbs up.
People that you're in the courtroom with here, the people in the holding cell, the people in your pod, if you speak to them about your case, you create another witness for the state.
So far,
Wow.
she's escaped the death penalty and is awaiting trial for life in prison. The court is still waiting to deem if she's mentally stable enough to have a trial.
Hold on. How is she escaping the death penalty, though? We done seen people get that. Bro, she killed all her kids and her husband, bro. Like, look. I ain't saying I'm for it. I ain't saying I'm against it. But she one of them ones that should get it. You feel me? What y'all feel in the comments, bro? Like, comments down below. What y'all feel?
Do you think she's mentally
Killing
stable?
4 babies like that, that's
Number
crazy, bro.
4, Penelope Soto. Penelope Soto is very charming when she's in court. On a charge of drug possession, she goes on about how much jewelry she owns and laughs whenever the judge is talking. But the judge reminds her that this is a court, not a club.
How much would you say your jewelry is worth? It's not a joke, you know. We're not in a club now.
And things take a turn for the worse for her as she makes fun of the judge's accent, saying adios when she leaves.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
For this, the judge changes her charge from $5,000 to $10,000. She is livid, walking away, flipping the bird, and telling the judge to f*** off.
Yeah.
At this point, the judge has had enough. He brings her back, finds her in direct criminal contempt, and orders her to spend 30 days in the county jail for that outburst. This girl was obviously never taught to respect authority.
Did you say
Yes,
me?
actually, I
Did you say that?
Yes, sir, I
Oh,
did.
you did say that?
I'm
I
not
find you in
gonna lie.
direct criminal contempt. 30 days in the county jail.
Okay.
Sadly, in a later hearing,
Hey, look though, look, man, them judges do be goddamn trying you sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, but you do have to keep your cool, man. Like, it ain't even worth it, yo. Unless you thought that fuck you shit was gonna goddamn, if it was worth it them 30 days. Look, man, 30 days ain't a long time until you in that small ass cell with some stinking ass people.
the judge dropped a $10,000 fine along with the 30 days in jail and sent her to drug court instead because she apologized.
My behavior was very irrational, and I apologize not only to the court and you, but to my family.
Number 3.
Man,
Judge
no,
Kiana Lillard. Judge Kiana Lillard is in the middle of sentencing Amanda Cosal for a DUI which resulted in the death of a young man. Things seem to be going completely smoothly until a man and a woman can't stop laughing at the back of the courtroom gallery. The judge reminds everyone that this is a court of law and is not a joke. There's a family grieving the loss of a loved one, mourning over her tragically being taken
somebody
away,
laughing?
and these two people keep laughing.
I don't know who he is, but whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member. I mean, the entire time that Mr. Zerker's sister was speaking, that clown, and that's what I'm going to call him, a clown, was sitting there smiling and laughing. Yeah, you can go too, because if you don't know how to act, you can go to jail. So leave.
But it didn't stop there. On her way out, the woman adds some backchat to the mix, landing herself 93 days in jail.
Ooh.
Anybody that can sit there and laugh and smirk when somebody take her, she's going in the back.
Ooh.
She's going in the back. Anybody else want to go?
Oh,
You can go too.
Oh, and talking that shit go wrong. Hey, look. Okay, Karen. Yeah, back there laughing and shit. Yeah, go eat these 90 days real quick.
Out of turn in the courtroom,
Yeah.
she was charged for criminal contempt. Not only was Amanda sentenced to 3 to 15 years in jail, her friend was sentenced for 93 days, on a day when she wasn't even the one on trial. Sadly, she only spent a night in jail, but it must have taught her a lesson. The courtroom is no place to joke.
Nah, they
around.
shouldn't even give her bail.
Number
They should have
2,
made her eat those.
Mr. Jones. Everyone has their own way of reacting in a courtroom.
We know this
Usually it
nigga crazy.
results in standing in silence, crying, looking to your loved ones. But in Mr. Jones's instance, it resulted in one of the most bizarre reactions in court ever.
I'm pretty
He was
sure we
on
all
trial
done
for
seen him.
possession of a weapon used in a violent crime and of murdering a cop when this happened.
Ooh.
Are you currently employed? Do you want me to screen you for an attorney?
That's so cringy.
No,
You gonna hire your own?
I don't need one.
Mr. Jones, I never advise anyone to go into court regardless of the charge without an attorney.
This nigga crazy. I'm telling you. They'd do anything to get out of the charge, boy. He already
Do you
know.
want to be screened for an attorney?
I don't care.
Mr. Jones.
I don't know if the biting and growling is an intimidation technique, but whatever makes you feel better, Mr. Jones. Look at the guard's face next to him.
That shit cringy as hell, though. That's cringy, bro. That's real cringy.
This is a state where the death penalty exists, and everyone has their own way of dealing with
Oh,
stress.
he knew he was gonna
While
get it.
this was his preliminary hearing, Jones was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Before we get to number 1, here's an honorable mention.
He was scared he was gonna
In
get the
the
death
Miami
penalty.
courtroom, Lawrence Patrick Sullivan, a 29-year-old man, was convicted of carrying a concealed firearm. He showed up for his trial with green hair, pale skin, tattoos on his face,
He ain't
looking
about
a
it.
lot like the Joker. He may have been confused if it was Halloween or not.
I mean, you can represent me, but I'm trying to get bonded out, my honor.
Well, they're there to help you, sir. You don't have a lawyer.
All right.
I mean, okay, so...
I didn't even feel like signing the paperwork. I'm really not in the mood for that.
When he was arrested, officers patted Lawrence down and found a .380 pistol in one of his pockets. He didn't have a permit because the gun was too expensive. His bail was set at $5,000. That isn't too bad for a villain trying to escape the Batman. Hopefully he won't have to go to Arkham Asylum for a long time. Number 1. Michael Marin. This man lived the life most would dream of. He was a millionaire, having traveled the world, traded in complex investments, and led an all-around lavish life. That was until he bought a mansion he couldn't afford and got into lots of debt. To escape his troubles, he decided to burn the house down. But his home insurance provider got suspicious and investigated it. Turned out he escaped the fire in a scuba tank and mask and plotted the whole thing. Whilst being tried for arson and for incident, it loomed on him that it could lead to decades in prison. As the verdict was being read, he placed his hands over his mouth, looking distraught. But secretly, he slipped a pill in his mouth. Soon, chaos ensued. Turns out he poisoned himself with cyanide as soon as the guilty verdict was read. What do you think he was thinking in his final thoughts? Soon after, he went into convulsions and died on the courtroom floor, leaving his wife and 4 kids behind. This is very similar to Slobodan Proljak.
It ain't that deep though, you feel me? That shit ain't that deep. Stuff like that, bro, you ain't gonna get that much time, man. You that scared? I mean, living this life of privilege and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know what the real world is like? Well, the reality that a lot of us come from that wasn't born like that, or, you know what I'm saying, not privy to having a whole bunch of money and shit like that. Like, you sheltered, man. Like, you was terrified of going in there. There's a lot of booty warriors in there. You gotta protect yourself at all times. You get stuck up or you're gonna get stuck up.
Who drank poison at the UN due to his crimes against humanity. In both of these cases, the men could not live with the thought of going to jail for the rest of their lives.
I feel you.
What do you think? Would you rather face?
But I ain't taking my life though. I ain't going out like that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a little extreme. What y'all do in these situations though? That's a real question. You gonna get this life penalty. This life, you know what I'm saying? Life sentence, I mean. You gonna take that pill, or you just gonna rock this shit out? Like I said, you get that type of time, you might get your boyfriend settled down, get your girlfriend settled down. You getting them years, like it's over for you, G. But yeah, man, I see y'all in the next video, and that's why none of this stuff is like worth it at all. You know what I'm saying? Keep your nose clean, literally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Like keep your nose clean, stay out of the drama and stuff. That ain't the way to be living your life. That's very toxic. You feel me? But hopefully, everybody's having a good day. Hopefully tomorrow and the days to come that y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like your dreams and aspirations come true. You just gotta stick to it, even when it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? Even when it gets hard, stick to the plan. Because you will get there. You ever get those moments where you gave up on something or you stopped doing it and then you sit back a couple months later like, damn, if I would have kept working out, for instance, for these past like 6 months, I'll be looking crazy ripped and stuff right now. You just gotta keep that up so you won't have those thoughts of like, oh, what if? You know what I'm saying? Live your life to the I'm stuttering. Live your life to the fullest, man. Real talk, because I feel real passionate about this because it happens. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to give y'all a little bit of advice if you're going through something. But look, man, I see you in the next video. And like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And I'm out, bro.
She think I'm a flex on her when I roll up. From the toes up. When it comes to my drip, it's different. Get the bricks, flip it. When it comes to my wrist, wicked.